What's the status? Abdul the Abbott, and we back at it. Fresh off a wizard. I seen this on you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. And hey, Agent Orange is wild and he's shaking up the waters. He catching fish. Yeah, I don't. We living in '60s. You're like this is the new '60s this era. All this transmorgification, whatever you got going on in your mind, do it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be successful in it. It's some wild times. Let's get into some of this Kenan and content. We're gonna be doing a reaction to this cartel takedown. That's right, cartel takedown. You heard? Mhm. We figuring this out. Figure this out for y'all right here, right here.
Thousands of dollars for your accident, and you're about to lose it. Take a look.
Fox News alert, we're at war.
What? This is out of nowhere. Fox News alert. We're at war. What's crazy is since me being in Southern California, I'm up here by LA, but driving down to San Diego a few weeks back, they got the Marines out there and stuff, and you hardly ever see them out there. They're usually somewhere else on the other side of the base or something, but I seen a gang of them. I'm thinking maybe they was going to send them to LA or something, but I guess they was going south for the Biznorder. You heard? Y'all better cancel your orders. I heard they giving out jobs, bunch of crazy shit. I heard they giving out ICE jobs, border patrol jobs. They want construction workers. It's a lot going on, man. Get y'all some money. Get y'all some motherfucking money if you ain't got it. No, I need somebody. I don't know. I don't think I get a government job like that. I don't think I'm eligible. But you don't need no experience if you straight arrow. Get your bread, yo. Because most of the Latinos is the ones that taking out these Latinos. So might as well not feel no way. You gotta be political, feed your family, do what's best for you and yours.
This enemy, they don't wear a uniform. They're moving fentanyl by the truckload.
I want you to look at the contraband that's in front of me. We have 20 kilograms of fentanyl that's in front of me on this table. That's enough to kill 10 million people. The work that we do is to protect people and make sure that we remove.
God damn. Shit, I'm glad that fentanyl shit get taken for real. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck all y'all to think y'all cool, thinking y'all balling the shit. Fentanyl, no, that shit kills babies, my nigga. I remember that shit first came out in Massachusetts. And ironic, Trump done came. But look at this. Why this shit never happened with Biden?
Move these weapons and drugs off of our streets and hold those criminals accountable who would go forward and continue to use that to harm individuals.
Oh, Illinois. Oh yeah, that's that Mississippi cartel pipeline right there.
Cartels are now officially in the Pentagon's crosshairs. And it's not just the wall anymore. Trump ordered the kill shot. The days of local drug.
Shit, not the CJNG, not the Nuevo Generacion. Them niggas is out here in Cali. Real close by, let's just say.
Drug busts and random motels, they were fun, but that's Breaking Bad stuff. Trump wants to take the fight to El Chapo's front yard.
We're talking about sending military forces to fight against the drug cartels in Latin America. Do you think it's worth sending our forces, our U.S. forces there to take this on?
Cartels where?
Central Latin America.
Well, Latin America's got a lot of cartels. They've got a lot of drugs flowing. So, we want to protect our country. We have to protect our country. We haven't.
a lot of drugs. I mean, hey, maybe if they get rid of kill off the cartel, maybe Mexicans actually make a living in Mexico. I heard they actually got a strong economy there. I heard maybe you could fix your country. Mexico is well off than many black countries. Let's just start right there. Many, including black Latin countries as well. Mexico is actually a giant in Latin America. A lot of people actually want to be there, and they deport many people. You feel me? I believe they also have a war.
Been doing it for 4 years, and we love this country like they love their countries. We have to protect our country. So, we're playing a tough game.
According to the New York Times, behind the scenes, Trump's moving all the pieces into place to pull this off. Mexico's got a big problemo.
Yes, but it has nothing to do.
Mexico's got a big problemo. That's funny. Yeah, get rid of them fucking cartels. Make it a real country with a real economy. Maybe they don't gotta keep coming up here, bringing a racist rhetoric in the blue collar workers environment. Whole jobs packed with all Spanish speaking people talking shit about black people. Never probably met one black person in their life. That one person's probably so fed up and left, or maybe there was just a fucked up individual and they just judge everyone. In this country, that's called discrimination. Okay, you can't do that, and there's a lot of that going on still now today in a lot of jobs, and people don't say nothing. I think one thing I do agree with Tariq Nasheed only on one thing is that people don't really have that rebellious spirit like we do. You just go along with what's going on. You keep your head down. Most countries, a lot of Jamaicans are like that. Just go with the flow, work hard till you break your back. A lot of people just keep your head down and keep going. Yeah, nah, not the Yanks. We gonna get down to this shit and change the world.
Do with Mexican territory. It has to do with their country. It does not involve our territory.
So it would be within the United States?
Within the United States. Exactly.
El Presidente doesn't comprehende. This isn't a Mexican state.
Yo, he is being real disrespectful. Like I don't think I like that, but it's golden.
Handoff. This is an order. The CIA is already flying surveillance drones over Mexican territory, gathering intel on the battle space. And Trump's not sending diplomats. He's sending Hegseth, maybe with a new title.
Secretary of Defense, Secretary.
He doing all that. He gonna activate the ones that's over here, dumb fuck. And why would you let that shit be known? These niggas is up here. You feel me? Like that whole gang, fuck. Everybody know that whole gang is ran by them, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? You gonna activate these little fucking heart-eating cannibals out here? These little midgets and shit. These little gory midgets. These niggas' propensity for violence is insane. You going? Oh man, I'm in California. This is
Secretary of War, Department of Defense, Department of War.
You better damn piss off these damn evil midgets. You don't even know about them. They already here. Talking about drones over there. All they gotta do is get a green light. Hey yo, send that, yeah. Talk to the end. Hey, tell Joker, yeah. Which counties does he have? Okay, that county, yeah. Tell him to fucking kill everybody, fool. That's how organized they is, and they are in politics. Clearly, Karen Bass.
Well, that's what it was for many, many years. You gave me that knife hand, Will. We'll see. Stand by. I don't get in front of the commander-in-chief on that, but our job is to ensure our enemies know exactly what they will do to them if they threaten us, up to and including total war. So we'll be prepared. Stand by. There might be some news on that.
This is about protecting the homeland from groups like the Sinaloa cartel. They import fentanyl from China and traffic it.
You see all those dots right there to the left? Mm-hmm. That's LA, Inland Empire, down to San Diego. Mm-hmm. That's my area right there. Mm-hmm. Second biggest area of the clusters is New York, New Jersey. That is also my area. And these white people, oh yeah, war, we got this. Fuck around and find out. Nigga, these niggas are not only the people, family that you rounding up. Chapitos flow of fentanyl. Oh my God, Chapitos. Yo, these people live here, bro. Why are you fucking putting this on broadcast for?
Into the United States. Look at that. Trump designated them terrorists. And if they get cute,
They definitely are. They definitely are the T word. Straight lace. I hate them actually. I wish every drug dealer would, get crimes for the irreparable damage they do to communities and to human DNA. Okay, y'all be selling to mothers that's pregnant and all that. Y'all be knowing. This goes into a child. The child come out just discombobulated.
they're getting Soleimani'd.
You know who did the roadside bomb, right? Soleimani. Where is he? Where is he? Where is Soleimani?
Former U.S. Army Special Forces and president of World Strat, Jim Hansen. Jim, what kind of operation?
Yo, Trump just did a drill joke. He said, "Where is he?" He looked up. Hey, yo, this is crazy. Look how horny these crackers get when they talk Malaysian. They're like ravenous dogs looking at a bloody steak. Just like, war. We're gonna get so much coke.
Do you envision happening in Central and South America in this cartel war?
Jesse, I don't think anybody would be more thrilled.
I don't know if you know this, but my channel was not for Caucasian people. I'm sorry. I gotta really work on my language. I'm sorry.
Than me to watch some helmet cam footage of a bunch of JSOC pipe hitters rappelling out of helicopters and stacking cartel members like cordwood. Now, that's the ultimate. I don't know that we'll probably open with that. There's likely to be a lot of increased surveillance. There may be some raids to pick up some people to arrest and put on trial. There'll be some interdiction off the coasts. The Navy can cover a lot more territory than the Coast Guard can, and together they can cover both the exfil from Central and South America and the infill to us. So there's a lot of things to start with, but this is a tremendous.
Yo, they literally got shit that's public record or here that serve people that actually work for this exact cartel right here. Right here. These people got regular jobs and all that blended in with society, are from the society, all that. All it takes is one call. These little midgets are like fucking drones. I think it's like the Asian blood in them to just assimilate and be like, ha! Like, you know what I mean? I think it must be that Siberian Neanderthalic, that Siberian Denisovan, that yet Juge were met Juge.
Tremendous step they're taking.
All right, so they could seize some guys off the field and bring them here and put them on trial. Could they also just drone strike these cartel bad guys right in their backyard?
That's a lawyer.
They are in our backyard. Pause. No diddy. That got slippery right there. They live here, bro. They live here. Not only do they already chastise black people just as a race, these fucking Mexicans. Yes, I said it. These Hispanics out here in Cali. It's different East Coast, but they still bad too with their colonial racism. They treat us like shit. Not to mention that. Then even going to the gangbanger side, they take shit all the way to the extreme. They will take a crowbar out to not catch a fade with you. Now you're gonna go to their bigger homies, which is a certain entity, and then their bigger homies is the cartel. This should not be talked about and smiled at. Look at them. They just have. They don't know that they are peppered across the whole fucking country. All you gotta see is the X3. That's them.
Question, but I'm going to give you the common sense answer. If their cartels are killing people in the United States and the MS-13 and Trendaragua gang,
they damn sure do kill people in the United States, and they love killing black people and sexually assaulting them. All right, rest in peace to this that sister over there at Rutgers University in Newark, New Jersey.
Gangs are. Why can't we kill their leaders just the same way President Trump pointed out we took care of Soleimani?
That would be an imminent threat, right? I mean, if these guys are cooking up all this fentanyl and sending it into the cities and people are acting like zombies and keeling over, that's an imminent threat to the life and well-being of the American.
Damn, it's the fentanyl. It took the fetty for y'all to think that? Sheesh. What about the fucking crack y'all put in the black community? And all the zombies from that? That's crazy. You can't trust these demons. They need to get rid of these cartels, so they do. Well, I hate them.
American citizenry.
Absolutely. And I think the rationale we use for other terrorists we've killed through multiple administrations, Barack Obama still, I think, holds the record for the number of people killed overseas by drone strikes, including one U.S. citizen. So I think President Trump deciding that these guys who are definitely killing Americans with drugs, torturing and running people with human trafficking. And
Jalisco ain't no joke, boy. Jalisco is not no joke. America ain't no joke.
And child trafficking. Those are things that I think all of America can look.
Yes, they do the child trafficking. Yes, they are disgusting. They will do any crime, and they worship demons. Yes, they all do fucking voodoo. Look it up.
At and say, we don't need to allow that. And anything we do to them is probably justified at this point.
No,
Never trust a cracker when they say some shit like that. Anything we do to them is justified. You don't do what they do. That wouldn't be justified if you do what they do. But yes, they need to get eradicated, removed.
Mexican president, she's played nice so far on trade, but it's a big no bueno, she says, if we start launching direct action into her.
He needs to stop with that shit. What is he, fucking Cuban or something? Italian? Wow.
Her territory. It's not even really her territory. I guess technically it is, but the cartels control almost that entire country. What does that do to Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that
you got a shitload of Mexicans running up here, shitting on people, acting like they better than them with the same equal rights. That's what they got doing. They love Mexico so fucking much. You keep running away from that bitch. 6th highest economy in the world. You love that shit so much, fix that shit. Maybe Trump got a plan to he fixing your country for you. I just want my reparations, like, was good, like, but it's kind of like one hand washing the other way. He doing is interesting. It's like he's kicking them back out, and then he's getting rid of the people that's oppressing them because they're too scared to rise up against, and maybe they have a chance to have, a country with fairness and law.
Is not her decision. She's the one who runs a country that allows that to happen. So if she wants to go ahead and try and tell President Trump, we can't do that, we're going to do what we need to, and she's going to go ahead and face the consequences. That's something they've allowed for far too long.
All right. Well, it looks like that time's up. Jim Hansen, good to talk to you.
Audio as an input modality and output modality is something that we see much more commonly being used. It is one of the new UX paradigms for how people are going to be interacting with AI models, not doing a prompt. I'm going to go put a bunch of text into a chatbot, but instead speaking to models like we spend a lot of our time speaking to humans.
The Ross clock we got going on here, so hold on, I'm trying to make it sense.
Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the story from the Pentagon this evening.
The U.S. military is building the largest federal deportation detention center in America's history. The construction of Camp East Montana at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, began mid-July in response to a request from Homeland Security. Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson defended the use of the military base to initially detain 1,000 migrants awaiting deportation.
Once DoD achieves initial stand-up, we will finish construction for up to 5,000 beds in the weeks and months ahead. Upon completion, this will be the largest federal detention center in history for this critical mission, the deportation of illegal aliens.
So far, the Army has spent $232 million on the tent city at Fort Bliss. The U.S. Army oversees the $1.24 billion contract for the 5,000-bed ICE facility, and last month,
I swear, if what he's doing to these Mexicans or whoever, because we're not going to marginalize them, if he's doing this and then with the combatant of the cartel, if that brings their country to a golden era, he's got to be the Antichrist for fixing it. I'm just saying, it's just too perfect of a setup. I think my brisket is ready.
Awarded the contract to build the facility to Acquisition Logistics, a Virginia-based company. In January, President Trump announced migrants would be sent to Guantanamo Bay, where Defense Secretary Hegseth promised the Marines could build a 30,000-bed facility. Those plans were halted when ICE standards were not being met for housing migrants. Construction ended after just 175 tents were stood up. Quote, there are currently 33 high-threat illegal aliens and 8 low-threat illegal aliens at Naval Station Guantanamo Bay. To date, 690 illegal aliens have been processed through Naval Station Guantanamo Bay. There is no new information on the status of the tent infrastructure. The White House would neither confirm nor deny a New York Times exclusive report that President Trump secretly signed an order allowing the U.S. military to pursue known drug cartels, which the administration has labeled terrorist organizations, raising concerns that the U.S. military could begin operating in Mexico and Venezuela. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you. Up next, sentencing.
He's sworn in as an ICE agent. He joins us now. Dean, great to have you on the show, as always. It's fascinating because I have to play this. You were the topic on CNN last night, right? You had him kind of back and forth going over here. And, of course, the liberal had to take a swipe at you. I want to play this, and I'll get your response on the other side. Watch.
Having someone like that out touting it, talking about, hey, this is a thing you can do for your government. This is public service. It's going to help them recruit. And they have a bunch of people to recruit.
Scott, yeah. It's not 95. Nobody gives a Sam hell what Dean Kane
You
does.
may not. In you don't, but in the conservative community,
Dean ain't worked in a while. Dean needs the 50,000. That's what got Dean off the couch.
I mean, I laughed because I was sitting there thinking, come on, Dean Cain, these guys have no idea that you're a reserve police officer in Idaho. You're a sheriff's deputy. You've been in law enforcement for a very long time, Dean, and you don't need the 50K because only in their world have you not been working. What's your thought on that?
I think it's funny. They just resort to ad hominem attacks, try to make personal attacks when I'm trying to help support the safety.
Is that Superman? Superman done joined ICE. Call Dago. Hope they get my baby moms down there too. You heard? Yeah, roll that in a tortilla. You heard?
Of Americans and our brave men and women of ICE.
Shout out to my judge. You heard we working on it. You know what I mean? About to get my daughter in a minute.
It's funny to me because I get it on the internet, get all that craziness. Scott Jennings is a national treasure. Love him to death. And he does such a great job dismantling those guys. I mean, I'm not getting the 50,000, whoever that guy was. I don't need money. I'm working my tail off. I just finished directing literally 3 days ago another film. I've got one on angel.com that's top 10. It's current.
What, Dean King? What.com? Sorry, my Lay's chips couldn't hear you. The fuck you talking about? Nigga? You mean Netflix?
Right now, I've got 3 more to shoot this year. That's ridiculous. But they'll do anything they can to tear down people who are trying to do the right thing for Americans. I mean, look at those 3 guys who just got busted. Those people do not belong here. They are criminals. 70% of all the arrests that ICE is doing right now are for convicted criminals, or they have pending charges. It's not even a question. So I'm trying to step up and say, look.
I think that's bullshit, but I think pending charges is being illegal. I think like the violent ones. I mean, it's still a crime. You're right.
Like you had on just a minute ago, that poor woman, Holly, who stepped up in Cincinnati and said, look, this is wrong. Wait a minute, stop. Daniel Penny stepping up and doing the right thing.
Why the fuck she didn't say, hey, Vladimir, don't you put your hand on that chocolate, man. He has a plethora of assorted colored homies that will stomp your skull in. Here we go. Watch. Next thing you know, we're gonna have certain black people. It's gonna be black people did something. This is coming next.
The Good Samaritans trying.
Can't deport us. They can only kill us. So everybody's acting like we high and like, we can't get deported. No, but they could keep killing your black ass. Think these motherfuckers is with you, either side, the blue or the red. If you think a Democrat or Republican really cares about you, trash mind. Fuck is you talking about?
I'm going to step up and say, look, I'm here to support Americans and safety for everybody. Black, white, green, yellow, blue, red. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There are people here who shouldn't be here. There are criminals that shouldn't be here.
Who's green? Is that like Peter?
They were let in by the last administration. And I'm saying, leave these ICE agents alone. They're not the Gestapo. They're doing a job that Congress has written the rules for. And God bless them, so I'll stand up with them. I'll be that good Samaritan. If it gets more people recruited into ICE.
You trying to be in politics. That's what the fuck you trying to be, Superman. You trying to be the next Ronald Reagan. Well, August 9th, 6:48 a.m. Abdul Abed letting y'all know. Dean Cain want to be president.
God bless it. I'm happy to do so.
And we mentioned this, that listen, there were 10,000 ICE agents they wanted to hire. They got 50,001, sorry, Dean, applications.
80,000.
Because that's 80,001 applications for these $10,000 jobs. I think it's phenomenal. But the same people who are ridiculing you on CNN are the same people who are in favor.
How much they paying? Is 10,000 a signing bonus, or you need a clean record
of the criminals being set free in America?
It's madness, and and I was talking to some of my more liberal friends yesterday who stepped up, and I talk to people all over the spectrum. I'm not just in an echo chamber. And my more liberal friends said, "Hey man, what are you doing here? What's the story?" And they said, honestly, it happened to them. They hadn't been around it. They'd heard about it. It didn't affect their lives, so they could stand on their soapbox for as long.
Was that a shout out to YouTubers or something? Echo chamber. Why am I hearing this word nowadays?
As they wanted to say, this just seems wrong, until it was a criminal group of gangs who were robbing houses near them. And all of a sudden, it was very, very real. And what do? They pick up the phone. They call 911, get law enforcement. They want ICE involved. Now they love them. And that's a common theme that I see throughout. So shame on them for protecting the criminals. Criminal activity is criminal activity, and we have laws for a reason in this country.
Yeah, listen, and when your movies come out, you come on Fox News at night. We promote them, and our audience loves it. They're always highly rated, and so we know exactly what's going on. Dean Cain, good for you. Congratulations. Best of luck. Thank you.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
BrainChip.com.
Jonathan Fahey, former acting ICE director and former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary. Jonathan, great to have you on the show. I want to play some sound here from the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. He said this about targeting cartels as terrorists.
Their behavior is going to have to change one way or another, but it allows us to now target what they're operating and to use other elements of American power, intelligence agencies, the Department of Defense, whatever, to target these groups if we have an opportunity to do it. We have to start treating them as armed terrorist organizations, not simply drug dealing organizations.
I mean, I think it's a proper assessment. I don't know what you think about this, Jonathan, but it's interesting because these cartels are no longer just providing these illegal products by the thousands of pounds. They're killing thousands of Americans.
You're exactly right. And if you think about it, just during the Biden administration, 400,000 people died of overdose deaths just in that 4-year term. And as we know, there was just a complete dereliction of duty on the border, as well as taking it to their cartels. And just for some context, that's 100,000 more than during the first Trump administration. So a massive increase. We need to take it to them because, people are dying. And President Trump isn't going to just stand by and just say, oh, this is now the status quo. 100,000 Americans a year are going to die of overdose. This is unacceptable. He's going to take it to them. And there's another benefit to this by even talking about.
Gotta watch these devils. Let's not get it messed up. Fentanyl hit the streets when Trump had first got in office. So those numbers don't even matter what they're talking about. You gotta watch these devils. I'm a old young head. You feel me? So I'll be living through shit and I'll be seeing. But so that's a little smoke and mirrors right there. But yeah, let's continue.
About this, the messaging is so strong on this. This will inspire cooperation from all these countries where we may be acting in. So all of these will be a good thing, and we'll track this at the end of the year where these overdose deaths go.
And I'm interested in you know, when you get pushback on this, because the upside is enormous on this and the downside is also enormous. I mean, if you don't do this and you continue to let tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Americans die, I mean, this is something that there is a fix to. At least there's some.
Southsiders better beware, blood. I mean, brother. Damn. We gotta look out for them too. They about to be extra. They're ready deporting Abuela. Now they're taking Tito's jobs.
What of a remedy to this if we go forward?
Yeah, exactly. And it's almost like we've had 4 years where we weren't even trying to do something during the Biden administration. Yeah, it's not acceptable because 100,000 people a year dying. Those are those people, their families, their communities, everyone in this country is affected by this. So it's time to take it to these cartels, and their good days are over. They had their heyday under the Biden administration, but the game is up, and the Trump administration's going after them. And I think this is very effective, not only substantively, but
I think it's a good thing, but this thing is going to be trickling down, just like those Mexicans is beating, you know, well, they always beating niggas' asses when black people go down there and people be disappearing and all types of shit. I just wonder what they're going to do next in reaction to this, because they obviously cannot see our military force, but we can't forget that these gangs are in the military. These gangs are in the police. These Latino gangs are so far beyond the nigga gangs. I'm just saying, it's the truth. You could say what you want. Negroes don't really be on shit. These Latinos is very organized, very destructive, very formidable, and they be like paramilitaries.
I think the messaging is quite.
Niggas just want to and then, you know what I'm saying, drink some lean or something. These Spaniards is getting properties, training their young to be lawyers and gang members, politicians, and cartels.
Quite clear on this.
Meantime, let's bring the subject back to some action by federal agents in this country. Here's DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
The debate over so-called sanctuary policies has real consequences. It has consequences for our law enforcement officers, but also for the families that live here and the businesses that are just trying to provide for their community. Governor Pritzker and Mayor Johnson are answering that question every single day of who should be our priority, who should be our responsibility, and over again, they're choosing criminals.
Pritzker and Johnson are just two names. You add Newsom to that. You add Karen Bass to that. You've got, I mean, the list goes on, Jonathan. It's one of those things where, you know, they're siding with criminals and it's being normalized.
You're exactly right. And if you think about it, one of the most powerful constituencies in the Democratic Party right now.
These politicians are going to get sued. And they're going to make an example of Karen Bass. They need to. Fuck her. All she cares about is immigrants. There's black people here too. It's not just black people, it's Americans here too. Let's po white trash. You know what I mean? Po Asians, po immigrants that's citizens and made it legal. You know what I'm saying?
Seems to be illegal aliens and illegal alien criminals. Is truly astonishing that they would fight so hard to keep criminals in this country. And remember, they don't just affect the communities of the sanctuary cities. Remember,
the illegal aliens and illegal alien criminals. Isn't to be illegal alien a crime anyways?
Laken Riley was arrested in New York. So if there was, you know, enforcement back then, she'd still be alive. Her killer was arrested up in New York, sanctuary city. So these affect all of us. And it's so shameful that the Democrats can't even agree to kick out serious violent criminals because they think it's more politically viable to fight Donald Trump as well as to bring in as many illegal aliens as possible. It's a true disgrace if you think about it.
Yeah. Jonathan Fahey, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here to discuss is Art Del Cueto, National Border Patrol Council Vice President. Art, thank you for joining us. So at this point,
it's really terribly put together. That graphics guy needed to calm down. So with Jay or something, it's really terrible how they're putting it together. Like just the aesthetics of the screen and how fast things are moving.
it's just a report, but how significant would it be if President Trump allowed the military?
I know your hair fucking lying. I should look fake as hell.
To go after some of these drug cartels.
Look, once again, President Trump continues to show his commitment towards the American public. This is what people voted for, right? At the same time, you're seeing on the other side, you're seeing the true colors of groups of individuals that, you know, they keep putting roadblocks and roadblocks, and their commitment seems to be to defend criminals. And now you have an administration, finally, that their commitment is to the American public and to the future of this country. It would be very significant, but it shows more than anything that President Trump is willing to, you know, expand and move into other areas and make sure that he looks at every single angle to make sure that the American public is safe.
Yeah, and obviously willing to address the problem from outside the box and try new things that nobody else is, which is remarkable considering we've been told for decades that it was impossible to secure the border. I want you to listen to something that said that Marco Rubio, Secretary.
That's very well. They wanted to open. I mean, America's filled with the biggest drug users. The government been letting it in. Let's not act like they haven't. This is actually a great thing that Donald Trump is doing. I still can't stand him and what he did with Iran, things like that. But as for this border situation, it's like he does something terribly fucked up, and then he does something amazing, and then he keeps going. So I guess that's what a real leader is, you know. You can't make everybody happy, but you get shit done. And shout out to the little Puerto Rican putita on here going back and forth. Senora Fuentes. Yeah. Your uncle about to be out of work. Perra.
The state had to say yesterday about reports about using the military.
Their behavior is going to have to change one way or another, but it allows us to now target what they're operating and to use other elements of American power, intelligence agencies, the Department of Defense, whatever, to target these groups if we have an opportunity to do it. We have to start treating them as armed terrorists.
His ear spans his whole fucking head. That's crazy.
Organizations, not simply drug dealing organizations.
It really is that multifaceted approach and outside the box thinking that has gotten us to where we at least have a secure border.
Absolutely. Look, you have groups of individuals and these cartels. It's been documented. They work in 168 different countries. Think about that. 168 different countries. And they continue to, you know, cause chaos without, you know, severe consequences. They're continuing to cause chaos in their own country. Those that are operating in Mexico without, you know, enough consequences. And who's suffering? It's the American public that's suffering. It's the border issues that are suffering. It's people in Mexico that are suffering. Frankly, the world is actually suffering. President Trump is coming in and he's not just making sure that Americans are secure. He's making sure.
That's a fact. Mexicans are definitely suffering. That's why they're coming up here. Them cartels run everything in such a rich country like Mexico. Just get rid of the cartels. Let the Mexicans build up their country. They could be as racist as they want to be in their shit. Yeah. Please stay down there.
Sure, the world is secure because no one has stopped these cartels.
Meanwhile, Democrats only care about cheap labor. Watch this.
The vast majority of people being arrested, being detained, being deported are the same people that so many families trust to care for our children, trust to care for aging parents. You know, they're the people who are preparing and serving meals in restaurants, that are picking the fruit and vegetables and packaging the meat in factories.
They're always saying the same bullshit. That's what that one bitch, Layla, was talking about. I call her that because I just had to. I mean, you tripping. Like, you always male bashing. You put sexual shit on your Facebook and then talk about men sending you nasty pic. You know what? I digress. But yeah, these Democrats are insane. All they talking about, oh, who's gonna do this? All this work. Oh man, this is the what the fuck? You got whole cartels. You got people being raped. You got people being disappeared by these gangs. You got racism. You got Black Americans being persecuted by these people. Come on now. Y'all really are insane, crazy, and evil. Like for real. And godless. Not to mention she godless, a godless liberal. I'm not even really religious at all. I mean, I believe in God, but you know, I was thinking about being a dyke. What the fuck? Weird bitch.
That we depend on to put food at the table at home.
Real.
Not to mention she got a debilitating illness. I ain't gonna say, but then act like you holier than thou. Like what the fuck? Talking about men left and right. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Liberals. These dykes just want to kill babies and bring in Mexicans to make the babies to work for them, to take care of their moms, to live their best life and have their peace. Somebody be like, I just want my peace. Run away from her. Run away from her. Why you keep saying that? Because you're not about peace. You are controlling.
Quick, Democrats are not even hiding what their motivation is here.
It isn't. They care about cheap labor. I've always said it. This is a modern form of slavery.
Yeah. Well, no. This is indentured servitude. These people are given money and they buy their freedom, so to speak, and they can be assimilated into the culture as long as they shit on Black people. So it's definitely not modern day slavery. It is an invasion, though, and I'm all for it. Either side. I'm on either both sides will go down. The white people and the Mexicans. Yeah, ain't did shit for me, but cause hurt. Both of y'all. Fuck y'all both. Straight up. Straight like that. Now the ones that's legal, okay, I got no problem with you. But y'all know y'all come from a racist ass culture, and godless behavior, such as your voodoo rituals, which you steal from Africa. Y'all kids love rap and still racist and come with this rhetoric, but act like Black people. Y'all just all around just terrible. You're just terrible. In the East Coast, y'all act all quiet and little, so you go to the East Coast, people think like, oh nah, they okay. No, they're not. No. That is a facade. They will undermine you.
And frankly, look, as a Hispanic myself, I find it kind of racist for them to think that, Hispanics and people come into this country just so they can do those types of jobs themselves.
Beautifully said.
That is racist as hell. Well, who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Who's doing them before? Human beings or robots? But still, like, what are you talking about? Like,
Art, thank you.
The Trump administration is.
Who's really about the rich? Is it Trump with the tax write-offs, or is it these Democrats talking about free labor and child smuggling, neglect, abuse, things like that? Bonkers.
Demanding the state of Colorado turn over.
Hey, Shorty Fuentes, get your peoples, y'all. I know you say Puerto Rican, but you wanted to speak out for no reason. Talk about you a proud Puerto Rican. The only reason why you are proud Puerto Rican is because you are under America. Like, let's keep it gangsta. Latinos call you traitors. And I love my Puerto Ricans. Half my family back home is half Puerto Rican. But when y'all start to act all that bullshit, you ain't shit. You just under America. That's it. We need a spot to look out for Cuba, especially if they mess over Guantanamo Bay. You under America. That's it. That's why you're a proud Puerto Rican. Okay.
An alleged killer and member of Tren de Aragua who entered the U.S. illegally under the Biden administration. The White House wants to deport him back to Venezuela. The Aurora, Colorado police chief says this illegal immigrant shot his victims in front of 5 children before ICE and Homeland Security investigations captured him. Investigators say the suspect forced.
That's some cold-blooded cartel, crazy. Telling you, hell, get rid of these motherfuckers. This is crazy. Like,
his way into the Colorado apartment this past weekend after a domestic dispute. His wife and sister-in-law were trying to hide in the bathroom with the children when the suspect allegedly critically wounded.
these are the types that hurt your children and do something to them too. It's lawless. Like, these are some monsters. Word is born. Not to mention the people hunting them down. I know they monsters too. We all know that. We're gonna get to y'all somehow. But shit, make some way. I hope both of y'all, you know what I mean, take out each other.
His wife before killing his sister-in-law. Police say he then fled the scene and
Oh yeah, they definitely kill a girl. Wow, the anger out of people from other countries have is insane. They come here to talk about black people, but the sheer anger and the insanity and the retardation of some of these people is mind blowing. How angry some of these people can get and the things that they are capable of doing. No remorse.
this car. The Aurora police chief praising the cooperation between his agency and federal law enforcement who helped locate and arrest this dangerous suspect.
I keep hearing a lot about socialism these days, mainly from Donald Trump and Fox News.
Our aspects on this and the conclusion of what occurred here today, again, it came in a large part based upon our relationship and affiliation with.
Shout out to Kyle, BIP's little brother up there, and I think he in Colorado. I think Aurora. I don't know his number.
Agencies outside of local government. It came with the support and the help of HSI and ICE. We were able to ask them questions specifically about who or what they think this suspect is. They, without question and unhesitatingly, without any due regard to themselves, supplied us with information that was integral to the apprehension of this suspect.
DHS releasing this statement, putting the city of Aurora on blast. Quote, Aurora, Colorado.
I'm glad they got him. I am glad they got him. No, let's not forget all of these guns that these cartels buy from Americans and or Russians, and that they be having them moving back up through the pipeline. And that fentanyl, 20 million, what she said, and it could kill 10 million or 20 million. 1 million is too much. Like,
a sanctuary city has given cover to Tren de Aragua gang members to terrorize our communities. The brave men and women of ICE will be relentless in their effort to ensure Tren de Aragua terrorists are removed from our country for good. Alicia, you live in Colorado. I know you covered this story. Give us the local response to this. What have you learned about this entire situation?
Well, this was quite terrifying. Some of the details that we learned from Todd Chamberlain, the police chief for APD, are really striking because this suspect apparently was high on cocaine. They had a domestic dispute. He tried to force himself back into the apartment. There was a 15-year-old trying to block the door, and he pushed his way through. Then
all right, so y'all can keep bashing Mexicans if y'all want. I just want the info about this cracking down on these borders with the cartels, because we are definitely going to be affected. I hope y'all know Latinos are spicy and very vindictive, so something's definitely going to happen on this side of the border. I hope Agent Orange's dumbass knows that. I don't think he understands the intricacy of how many people are actually on their side of Jalisco, on this side of the border. Y'all be safe out there and get y'all some goddamn firearms. Fuck it. I'm just saying, protect yourself. It's about to go down. Kiss your loved ones and get close to God. Salam.